Niyazymbetov, second place at the London Olympics, second place at the Asian Games, second place at the World Championships. Always the bridesmaid and never the bride. Is this his moment to take gold at a championship level? And what a place to do it in front of his home crowd, if he indeed pulls it off. But Julio Peraza is a brutal fighter. Julio César de la Cruz Peraza dances his way out. A fierce man, the world champion, say no more. He goes through this particular peculiar routine of leaping around the ring before he gets in. Adilbek Niyazymbetov choosing a little bit more conservative route. Silver, 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 Continental Olympics and World Championship. A big, big moment for him to take gold. But of all of the Kazakh athletes in the finals, this is one of the hardest. He's taking on the world champion, the master, Julio Peraza of Cuba. Watched by Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko. Vitaly himself a World Championship silver medalist in '95 at the World Championships. Algeria, Poland, Greece, Argentina and Tunisia. Judging with Mr. Rene Hust of Slovakia, overseeing the bout as the referee. We're underway. Three-minute rounds of World Championship boxing. The men's light heavyweight under 81 kilo class. Cuba in blue, Peraza, Niyazymbetov of Kazakhstan in red.
Well, our third clash today between Cuba and Kazakhstan for a gold medal. And they are two class acts we see before us now. Niyazymbetov beat Orek Mamazulinov of Uzbekistan yesterday. He's ranked #1 in the world. Niyazymbetov, a triple silver medal winner at major events. But the world champion, he took a victory in the semis against Joseph Ward of Ireland yesterday. Julio Peraza. Niyazymbetov, southpaw and a hard hitter. Both have that relaxed, fluid style, ready to hit from the hip. Peraza trying to draw Niyazymbetov into his spider's web, try and punish him both ways, in and out.
Well, this is only one of two bouts today where the #1 seed takes on the #2 seed. Both men were champions from their semi-finals. They were both given byes at the beginning. But interestingly, it was Peraza who beat the Kazakh athlete at the last World Championships, and he beat him fairly convincingly as well. So it's a real bogey match, this, for Niyazymbetov, to have to mentally pick himself up against this tricky Cuban who already is dancing around the ring, making things very awkward for Niyazymbetov.
Well, Niyazymbetov at the semis, in that matchup against Mamazulinov, that was a tough bout, but he displayed real championship skills. This always going to be electrifyingly fast. Very agile at this weight, these boys. And Peraza likes to dance, looks so composed, and just look at him use the ring, keeping Kazakh on his toes. Niyazymbetov just can't get the target to lock on. A real demonstration of championship class. And when you come to fight a champion, you've got to beat a champion, and you've got to be convincing. And up until now, Niyazymbetov hasn't been able to get his own game off. The Cuban dancing, just looking so cool and in control.
Well, that's it, end of round #1, and the Cuban looked just as cool as he normally does. His mouth closed, it doesn't look like he's breathing hard at all. Ibrahimov Former Olympic gold medalist on the left there for Kazakhstan, watching on. Fought at a very similar weight here to Niyazymbetov, who tried to take it to the Cuban.
Well, the Cuban moved so well and evaded really everything that the Kazakh could throw at him. And a little smile there from Pereza. Niyazymbetov might just start to get frustrated.
Well, Peraza of Cuba only given the nod by one of the judges, Judge C. Niyazymbetov, because of his aggression and his forward motion, was given 2 of the judges. 10-9, so an extremely tight bout. They come out for round number 2. Cuba's Peraza in blue, the world champion, against the man he beat in the last World Championships, Niyazymbetov in red of Kazakhstan, who currently leads.
Peraza starting to try and really outfox Niyazymbetov. Always moving, just presenting such a difficult target to lock on. Niyazymbetov just having to slow things down, just to try and lock onto that moving target that presents from Julio Peraza. Good double combination from Peraza, closes the distance well, drops the right hand in. Look at the left. Niyazymbetov struggling to make any inroads in this second round. But all the work coming from the Cuban. Peraz takes his opponent to the right, then moves to the left, which means that left hand can't get across. So used to fighting southpaws and really working Niyazymbetov hard here.
One thing Peraz is good at is just keeping the perfect distance away. Niyazymbetov chucking that jab out there, but missing by an inch from Peraz's nose. It's phenomenal the way he can judge this distance.
The right hand of the Cuban going through, almost heat-seeking Peraza with the shot. They're not enough to cause a problem for Niyazymbetov, but he's scoring away Peraza. And quicker hands. Niyazymbetov is losing out, has to be losing out in the point-scoring stakes. So the champion giving us a class display here in the second round. All about distance, all about range. The margins just so minuscule. It's tagged again, Niyazymbetov. Absolutely no guard from the Kazakh.
Yeah, both men keeping their guard exceptionally low, chucking the jab from down by the hip. Well, 3 or 4 good punches now could make the difference in this round. Not much has got through. Oh, and a really good punch. 2 or 3 great punches right on the bell from Niyazymbetov. And I wonder whether the judges had already made their minds up for Peraza, because that really was the best exchange of the entire round.
Yeah, after what was a game of cat and mouse throughout that round, Niyazymbetov managed to lock on the target and throw that big left cross in right on the bell. And actually, if we hadn't had the bell, that could have been problematic for the champion.
Well, the judges all see it in favor of Peraza and all of the work he did for the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds. But that last 10 seconds from Niyazymbetov, well, look at this. One judge has Peraza overall, then 18-20. The other 2 have it as a draw. Right now, going into this final round, the Kazakh is down, the Cuban is up. Will this be the first loss for Kazakhstan in this World Championship finals night? We're underway, last 3 minutes to decide the men's light heavyweight. Julio Peraza, the world champion in blue for Cuba, has a fractional lead over the world silver medalist from Baku. the Kazakhstan, Niyazymbetov.
Well, a sense of urgency about both men now into this third round. The champ just looking so relaxed and taunting, trying to bring Niyazymbetov in and turn him. And actually, Niyazymbetov has done his homework. He just doesn't want to engage unless he's sure that he can get that shot off, because he's a will-o'-the-wisp, is Peraza. He'll turn his man, put the shot in on the counter. Great movement. Great reversal of momentum, the champion. Peraza able to turn, bring his man on, and almost, well, hitting at will now. Niyazymbetov just can't get the shot on, looking for a big hit. Maybe that's not the strategy here. The Cuban outboxing the Kazakh fighter.
This is still very, very tight. A minute 25 to go. Oh, and a great hit there from the Cuban. A big right hook across the face of Niyazymbetov. And Niyazymbetov knows he's got to get busy now.
Just look at the lateral movement from the champion. Great footwork, he's on his toes. He's round that ring as quick as you like. And Niyazymbetov losing out to faster hands here. Just can't catch the champion flush. Throwing with both hands first now. And Peraza giving us a real demonstration. The frustration of Niyazymbetov almost palpable here.
Peraza's just tying him up nicely when he comes in. Oh, and a cracking right hand for the Cuban as well. The Kazakh supporters are trying to buoy their man. 25 seconds to go. But to be honest, it's about as quiet as we've heard them in one of these World Championship finals. They're worried.
Peraza just keeping out of trouble. He knows he's done enough in the first round and hits with the right first. That's the message to the judges. I can hit at will. I don't even have to lead in with the left hand. Well, it would be a big shock and a big upset if Julio Peraza hasn't done enough here.
Well, he was just magnificent in the way he danced around the ring there, and it was a demonstration really of how to avoid any punches.
Absolutely, the slippery skills just available on tap. Cuba with Peraza could pick up a medal here.
So the judges just accruing their final scores. It was very tight going into the final round, and the judges had it just ahead for the Cuban. And has he done enough in this final round then to hang on to his World Championship title? First and second in Baku in Azerbaijan. First and second once again. It's the Cuban, Julio César Cruz, who takes the victory. 28-29, 29-28 back the other way from the pole, but 27-30 from the final judge. A clear victory. 2-1 split decision. And the right man won the gold there. It's somewhat subdued this Kazakh audience here. They've seen so much success so far tonight. Adilbek Niyazymbetov will no doubt feel incredibly flat. He's won a silver medal at the World Championships. Well done, brilliant job, and he should be applauded for such. But the Kazakh crowd are getting used to gold. There's confirmation. The Argentinian saw it all the way for the Cuban. CUB, the Algerian judge, saw it for Peraza as well.